Hi and Happy New Year to everyone. Welcome to the first Financial Fox episode of 2019. Today we have a very interesting guest, Mr. Nischal Shetty, the founder and CEO of the cryptocurrency exchange WazirX India. Nischal appeared on the Forbes India 30 Under 30 after founding Crowdfire, a global social media managing platform with over 19 million users. India, well, has the biggest population in the world, even though legal cryptocurrency issues are causing quite an interesting debate there, blockchain technology is already gaining popularity. So let's connect now with Nischal. Hi Nischal, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, all good, all good. So you are the founder of what is described to be the most trusted and reliable cryptocurrency exchange in India, WazirX. Maybe do you want to tell us a little bit more about WazirX and how the idea came about?
Yeah, this was in 2017 when we saw this whole crypto bull run, and I was investing in crypto, buying and selling there, and I tried websites on international exchanges as well as Indian exchanges, and I realized that the kind of experience that Indian exchanges provided to users was not up to the mark. The UX was not that great. The mobile experience wasn't amazing. So, and they were not really transparent with their users. So we decided that we could build a better experience for our users in India, one which would live up to the global expectations, and we can be more transparent with our users so that there is trust in the whole exchange business. Knowing that exchanges are really hard to trust these days. So these were the objectives that led us to launch WazirX, and it's been 9 months. We've been growing really fast right now. So yeah, let's see how that goes.
Yeah, that's great. Something that we would like to understand is maybe a little bit about the cryptocurrency market in India. Do you want to tell us a little bit, give us some context?
Sure. I mean, if you look at the news, a lot of things have been written about what is happening in India, the whole banking ban that exists. So first and foremost, today in India, if you want to buy cryptocurrencies, you cannot directly transfer your fiat money to a crypto exchange because exchanges cannot have bank accounts in India. So in the case of WazirX, we launched a P2P way, which is you can transfer money to another user in India, and the crypto gets transferred to you in return. And that's how every exchange today functions. That's the state. But in terms of the excitement about cryptocurrencies,
Yeah.
it's really high in India. A lot of traders are there who are actively trading in cryptocurrencies, and we are all waiting for our government to allow us to transact with exchanges through bank accounts. Let's see how that goes. But right now, there's a banking ban. Despite that, there's a lot of Indians trading on exchanges.
Okay, so let's pick up on this cryptocurrency regulation. I mean, last year the government labeled cryptocurrency Ponzi scheme and indeed make it very difficult for crypto exchanges to operate. Why do you think the government is so resistant?
If you look at it, so in India right now, cryptocurrencies are not illegal or anything. The government hasn't banned cryptocurrencies, but the government hasn't been very forthcoming with saying that whether cryptocurrencies are allowed or legal or not. They haven't come up with any policies yet. What they're saying is we will come up with the policies, but there's no timeline to it. In the while this is happening on the government end, our central banking authority, which is the RBI, they came out with a circular saying, entities cannot deal with cryptocurrency currencies in general. So that is the situation right now where the government has not clarified its stand on cryptocurrencies. So everyone's confused, which is why you might hear reports about, cryptos being illegal in one media outlet. Somewhere you will read about cryptocurrencies being legal because there's no clarity right now. but let's see how it goes.
Well, we have got, I think, around 2.5 million Bitcoin users in India, without even mentioning other cryptocurrency they are, spreading in the country. So I think a complete ban seems really unfeasible, but definitely we need clear guidelines. What are your expectations from the government report that is due to be submitted by end of February? I mean, what is expected to outline cryptocurrency users and regulation in India?
So the government is yet to come up with a timeline, but like you said, there are rumors that by February the guideline would come out. What we are expecting is that the government takes into consideration, like you said, there are over 2.5 million. I think there are more than 2.5 million users who own cryptocurrencies in India. If you collectively see, maybe 5 million, 6 million. So what we're expecting is that the government understands that the young population of India is really actively dealing with cryptocurrencies, and they're doing it because we all see crypto as the future of finance and future of money online. So pro crypto regulation is what everyone expects, and we are hopeful that the government comes up with something which allows Indians to participate in this whole crypto revolution that is happening around the world. But we'll only know what it turns out to be when the regulations or the draft regulation comes out.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, you started a viral campaign on Twitter, hashtag India wants crypto. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about this campaign?
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, because there is regulatory uncertainty in India about cryptocurrencies, I thought it was best to launch a public campaign where we try to make our voices heard by our government so that they can understand what crypto is all about. Right now, because crypto is so new, there's confusion.
Yeah.
It's because there's those rumors you read in the press about crypto being hacked or crypto being used for illegal purpose. So there is a need for us to show to our government that crypto is used for good purposes. There is a lot of technological innovation that can happen in the crypto space. So what I'm doing through this campaign is I'm getting as many Indians as possible to retweet and like this tweet, which I'm directing to our finance minister, with the objective that he, every day, if I keep tweeting about all the regulations that are coming across the world, all the good stuff that is happening in crypto, then maybe his PR team will look into this and understand that there's a positive side to crypto. So my whole objective is let's show the positive side of crypto to our ministers so that there is positive regulation as we move ahead.
So basically it's to create awareness as well as gathering support. How many followers do you have? How many people are engaging on this campaign?
Yeah, so on Twitter, I've been a long time user of Twitter and I've been tweeting about blockchain. So I've got over 50,000 followers on Twitter. On a daily basis, I see about 5,000 to 10,000 views on my campaign, about 400 to 500 interactions from people. So it's a good amount of views that I get every day. And this is on every day I tweet. Today, I think, was the 77th day of my tweet.
Okay. Another point I would like to discuss, which is quite a contentious issue, is taxation. The government is quite keen for Bitcoin profit to be taxed, but what are your views on this?
Look, I think, as a citizen, if you're going to benefit economically, you need to pay your taxes. And, that's the future. But right now, because there is so much of confusion on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency trading in India, that it becomes difficult for people to even file their taxes. So, yeah, I think as regulation comes in, I believe taxation is important. But with the right regulation, the government will be able to tax citizens in a very better way, in a more transparent way for everyone.
Yeah, that's an important point. India is an emerging market, and a good percentage of its population is still unbanked. Do you think blockchain and new technology can really change these and fight the big problem of inequality?
Absolutely. You think about this. Why do we think that there are so many unbanked people not just in India, but in a lot of these developing countries?
Yeah, in Africa, for instance.
Yes, for example. because the biggest reason is that if you want to bank people, get them onto banks, you need to have physical infrastructure in a certain section of that, let's say a city or a village. Now, creating physical infrastructure is a long time consuming, exercise. But look at internet. The internet has been penetrating faster than all these banking, institutions. And wherever the internet reaches, we believe Bitcoin can reach or any other crypto can reach. So I believe in the next 4 to 5 years, we'll have more people having crypto wallets than bank accounts, just because the internet reaches faster than a banking can reach someone. So yeah, that's how I think everything will change.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody has got a smartphone, but maybe they don't have a bank account. And we know that India has got, for instance, the biggest audience for WhatsApp. So
Yes.
is a big online and social community. So definitely cryptocurrency and any new technology can have a big impact on the economy. I do agree with you. Another point, so uncertainty and bans on cryptocurrency exchanges by the government were mainly intended to curb corruption and money laundering, which is what you mentioned before, but they have largely impacted Indian banks and other regulated financial institutions. Do you think there could have been a more practical and efficient solution to deal with this situation of corruption and money laundering?
Absolutely. Before this whole banking ban came into the picture, all of us exchanges, including WazirX, we still have a KYC process where we know the identity of our users. We also have anti-money laundering policies in place. So the government, what they did, they could have first spoken to all the exchanges to understand if we are already following the laws, which we were. And instead of a ban, they could have come up with a discussion with the industry and then understood what can they do so that they can curb money laundering or any activity which was happening. But unfortunately, that was not the case. Without any data, without any discussion, the banking ban was implemented. But I'm hoping that as we move along, the government gets in touch with all of us, which is why my campaign is also the same purpose, that there should be a dialogue and a discussion with the industry so that the government understands what sort of laws to bring. Otherwise, they will just go on the wrong side of technology and India will be left behind in this whole crypto ecosystem.
Yeah, so let's see on those crypto regulation. What do you think will be the implication for the future of WazirX?
So right now we are growing really fast as an exchange. Even with the banking ban, our trading volumes have been increasing by about 50% on an average month on month. We look at positive regulation being the biggest driving force for us eventually, not just for the exchange, but also for our entire country, where every Indian can participate in this whole crypto revolution that's happening and be part of the whole crypto ecosystem. But yeah, my idea is that as soon as regulations come in, we will see a bigger boom in the whole crypto sector in India, and I'm hoping that that happens soon.
So let's pick up on this positive crypto regulation in India. You said in your tweet, you just said it before, that they will help to create wealth, a million of jobs. Can you elaborate a little bit more on this?
Yeah, now, let's look at how India is in the Indian job sector, for example. IT technology plays a large role. We have about maybe 4 million jobs that have been created just because of, the whole information technology boom that we saw in the last maybe 10, 15 years in India. Now, the next job sector boom I see is if India adopts crypto, because there's a lot of jobs that will be created in the whole blockchain sector, not just in from a technological point of view, but also marketing, sales. There are so many YouTubers in India who are coming up with YouTube channels dedicated to crypto, a lot of bloggers in India.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of these youngsters who are turning to be full-time traders on cryptocurrencies. So if you look at the potential that India has in creating jobs and creating a lot of opportunities for the youth in the blockchain space, I see it as a no-brainer that our government should jump into this sector and work with the industry to see how they can actually spread it and make it huge in India.
So you think if the government is going to come out with some positive crypto regulation, you think will be quite easy for banks, financial institutions in India to embrace that and actually make cryptocurrency and blockchain a part of the economy? So they want,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I completely, totally believe in that.
So they will be quite embracing into that decision of the government, basically. It basically depends on the government position, you are saying.
Yeah, because the government supporting, and you will hear this news all over where different countries, the governments are really proactively helping ecosystems of blockchain develop in those countries. That is not the case currently in India, but I really believe and hope that the government takes that step so that we can actually grow the crypto ecosystem in this country.
Okay, so thank you very much for your time, and I really look forward to hearing more about your project, but also how the crypto and blockchain can shape India economy and society in the future once we know the position, we know better the position of the government. Thank you very much, Nischal.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Thanks. This is everything from the Financial Fox today. Do not forget to sign up to our YouTube channel and also our Twitter channel for news and updates. See you next time.